Carson Wentz had his introductory press conference today, and the first thing I noticed, he has a neck again. He has a neck.
So everybody ain't doing Dingbat here. So today we have come with the big ass story. Dallas still stinks.
What am I doing? King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. So Carson Wentz had his introductory press conference with the Indianapolis Colts today, and I was looking forward to this for a long time. Not because, I'm still sad that he went. I mean, it's gone. It's over. I've moved on. Jalen Hurts is our guy. Let's go support him. I got his back 100%. All those things. It's not about that. I just want to know what the hell happened. I want to know who's to blame, who was the problem, and what is going on so we can fix this with guys like Jalen Hurts and other guys in that organization so these things don't happen again. But I want to know what happened. And, it was very interesting press conference because, first of all, they didn't want to allow Philly sports media to even be able to ask questions. But I heard Howard Eskin, somehow he got a question in, you know what I mean? Maybe he was like the only one allowed because he didn't really press him. You know what I mean? But it was clear, when Carson started speaking, he was happy and excited to be back with Frank Reich. He was happy for the new start in Indianapolis, and he was turning the page in some ways. But whenever they asked him anything about Philly, his body language would change. He would look down. He would kind of sigh, take deep breaths. Like, it bothered him. He didn't want to talk about it. And I thought that was very telling. Because to me, it wasn't... He didn't have the look of a guy going, yeah, man, I'm just so glad to be out there. I'm so happy. It didn't work out there, whatever. Talk about whatever. Get it out. Move on. It looked like the wounds were still there. Like he was still hurting about some things that happened there. And I got to think it was more than just the benching, okay? And I just thought... the way he didn't want to answer the questions. I mean, I get it. You don't want to trash people and things, but I think there's a way to say things that let people kind of know without trashing somebody, without taking digs at Howie or Jeffrey Lurie. There are ways to do it and ways to answer, and he's a smart enough guy that he can do it, but he didn't want to do it, okay? And then when you look at what Howie Roseman said in his press conference, he was very quick. I mean, dude, we are living in Howie vision. No question about it, dude. This is all Howie vision, okay? Because Howie has no problem telling you what went wrong. And Howie's smart. He's a very smart guy, and he knows. The best thing is just answer it and get it out of the way. And he said, Carson Wentz's agent came to me and asked for a fresh start. He wanted a fresh start somewhere else, okay? And so that makes you think he requested a trade. The Eagles obliged. Good Eagles. They did the right thing by him, all those kind of things. And it was interesting that he said that because Carson was asked about that. He was asked about that in the press conference. And his answer to me really, I thought, really said something else. It really makes you wonder what the hell's going on. Here's what happened. And John Clark posted this on Twitter, right? He says, Howie Roseman said today Carson Wentz's agent told the Eagles it would be best for a fresh start. Carson Wentz would not say he asked for a fresh start. He said, I'm not saying one way or the other. This was outside my control. It was outside your control. So you didn't have a say whether they were going to try to trade you or not. That's what I take out of that. That he didn't ask for a trade. He's saying, no, it was out of my control. They wanted to trade me. I mean, that's what I take out of what he's saying. Now, maybe he's not saying that. Maybe he was just trying to be vague or change the subject. But, I mean, what the hell's going on? Did this guy want to trade or did he not? And if he did not want to trade, then the Eagles should just say, look, we wanted to go with Jalen Hurts. We thought it was best for a fresh start. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. It's over now. But it's just, the whole thing is weird. And I just hope one day we're going to get some answers. I will say this. I could see Carson Wentz's neck. I could literally see his neck today, which means he's about 15, 20 pounds lighter. I bet you he's a good 15 pounds lighter right now. He looks thinner than he did last year. He looks a lot thinner. I mean, last year's version of Carson looks like he ate this version of Carson. There's only maybe one and a half chins behind his neck right now, behind his head, you know. He's getting thin. And nobody asked him about that. That was the question I wanted to ask him. Carson, do you feel that the weight last year hurt you? He did admit that some physical and, mental stuff affected last year. There was a lot of different factors last year. He wasn't specific. But I really would have liked to hear if he said something about the weight, because I really think that's what it is. But, I guess the reason why this bothers me is because I'm looking in some way, and this is just me, and I'm just ranting and bitching about it. But I guess in some way, I just don't want this to happen again. Like, who's at fault here? Is it Howie Roseman? Is it Carson Wentz? If it's Carson Wentz and he's gone, then all right, good, we're good, let's go. But if it's Howie and if it's the Eagles front office, are they going to do this to Jalen Hurts again? That's what I'm worried about. Okay, I think Jalen Hurts is immensely talented, and I think he's going to do very good this year. The other thing that bothers me, that I get worried about, is that when you hear Howie Roseman say, well, we're not going to rule out taking a quarterback at 6. We're not going to do it. We're going to look at everything about this team. It makes me wonder, do you have confidence in Jalen Hurts? Do you trust him? Are you going to give him the opportunity? Because he deserves the opportunity as far as I'm concerned. Now, you can talk about bringing in quarterback competition. He needs competition. It makes him better. But the truth of the matter is, if you take a quarterback at 6, there is no competition. Because of money, because of how things work, that guy you drafted at 6 will be the franchise. There will be no competition with Jalen Hurts. You want to bring competition in, go get like Marcus Mariota or some free agent if he gets released. You don't do it with the first pick. You're only going to create problems. So when I hear him say that, I wonder, do they have total faith in Jalen Hurts? I hope they do. He deserves it. He deserves it. And, it does make me wonder, well then, if you don't have faith in him, why did you trade Carson? Did you trade Carson Wentz because you had the 6th pick in the draft and you said, hey, we can go get a young quarterback, another stud. We might as well get rid of him now and save money? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many questions that I have that are unanswered about this whole thing. And then when you see how they didn't want the Philly media to even talk to Carson Wentz or ask questions, it's just weird to me. There's so much more that happened behind the scenes that we even know about, that we're even told about. I mean, it's just, I want to know. I just want to know because I'm a nosy mother humper. That's all. I mean, I want to know. And I didn't get the answers that I really wanted. However, I think with the body language of Carson Wentz, and if I'm just looking at what Carson said, what Howie said, if I had to guess, I would say that the Eagles wanted to move on from him more than he was ready to be moved on from. And it just worked out that way. That would be my guess. But who the hell knows? I don't know. And the reason I say this is because you remember the reports about Howie saying, give Jalen Hurts more reps, going down and arguing with Doug during practice, during the week. He wanted Hurts to take more first-team reps, things like that. So that kind of falls in line. I mean, look, he just didn't act like, hey, look, they benched me and everything that went on there, I needed a change. I needed a fresh start. All Carson had to say was, I needed a fresh start. He didn't. So what the hell's going on? Is he just scared to admit that he doesn't want to compete with Hurts? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just have a ton of questions, and I was hoping they were going to get answered. So I had a few people ask me what I thought of this press conference, if I was going to give my opinion, and so that's pretty much what it is. I don't know. We move on. It's Jalen Hurts now, I think, and hopefully they do right by him, because the kid is a great kid, and he works hard, and he deserves the opportunity. With that said, take care, talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.